Hey there, YouTube. California Prepper. Well, everybody's finally in bed around here, so I finally have time to make a video. I got this here, 4-person, 72-hour emergency food supply kit, uh, about 4 or 5 days ago. But this is the first time I've actually got a chance to sit down and look at it. Most of you guys have probably seen these at your local grocery store. Uh, you know, ever since, what was it, that Doomsday Preppers came out on Discovery. I mean, these things have popped up everywhere. Everybody's trying to make money off it. You know, I grabbed one just because I thought it was a pretty cool idea. The ones that I have seen were, okay. So I figured they were all about the same. Well, I was wrong. As you can see, I have covered up the label here, so I will not be bashing this company for not having the best product, but I will let you know what's in here, but you just won't be able to know the exact company because I don't want no monetization issues, nothing like that. So, covered up the label. I've already opened up the bucket, so I have unsealed it, so I guess that 25-year shelf life may not be accurate anymore, but didn't want to make myself look like a fool having to wrestle this thing off in front of the camera, so saved some time, got it off. Also covered up this, the label on here. Don't want you guys to get any hints on whose emergency food supply this is. If you guys want one, go check it out for yourself. But like I said, I don't want to bash any certain brand here on my channel. So, without further ado, let's see what is in this bad boy, shall we? What is in it? You get 8 food varieties. 1 is maple brown sugar oatmeal. 2 is creamy potato soup. 3 is instant white rice. 4 is beef flavored vegetarian meat substitute. 5 is morning moose low fat milk alternative mix. 6 is vegetable stew blend. 7 is hearty vegetable chicken soup mix. And 8 is cheesy broccoli rice. So, out of all 8 of those things, only one of them sounds semi-appealing, and that's the good old-fashioned maple brown sugar oatmeal. I mean, who doesn't love oatmeal? Now, what really surprised me about this entire kit was every single item they named off, you need water to make. And this kit, for some reason, does not include not one single pouch of water. That's what really dumbfounded me about the whole thing, because I have seen these kits before, and the ones that I had seen at least had, I think it was like 3 to 4 8-ounce packages of water per person for those 3 days. So there was probably about 12 8-ounce packages of water per person for those 3 days. This does not come with that, and it kind of bummed me out. So that's probably the biggest downfall about this, other than the fact that this food is really not the most appealing food, especially if you have kids. It's hard enough to get my kids to eat food now, let alone when you're in a stressful situation and you don't have, all that many choices. If I'm even if it was just a power outage, how in the heck am I going to be able to cook oatmeal or soup or any of this? Let's see. Let me check the directions. Before I get into any of that, let me check the directions. This is the first time I've opened the bucket, so don't want to make any quick judgments. Okay, directions. 1 cup of beef, half a cup of water. Add beef to water, bring to a boil, reduce heat, simmer for 20 minutes, stir occasionally. See, that's what kills me on these kits. I know they're not supposed to be, MREs or anything like that, but in an emergency, you're not going to have, you're not going to have everything available to you that you had before. That's why it's an emergency situation. Obviously, you've either lost power, you've lost, your shelter, there's been a fire there, you've had to evacuate. If you had this in the back of your car and you pulled it out trying to feed your family, you'd be shit out of luck. You'd be pouring beef flavored vegetarian meat substitute down your throat, or some, you know, maple brown sugar oatmeal. And the sad part is, it says they're individually packaged. There's 10 servings in these bags, so I mean, unless I'm gonna eat the entire bag at once or have some other way of sealing this stuff up, it's gonna go bad quick. You know, I can't just put this in my backpack. When I'm done with it, it's gonna spill out everywhere. So that kind of sucks. But I mean, for the most part, it is something to add to your already stockpiled food or your already, you know, emergency kits. But if this is what you're depending on, you know, in a time of a disaster, man, you are going to be one hungry sumbitch. I'm telling you what, because this is not going to do it for you. I mean, especially if you don't even have any water. Like, right now, that is, and in my preps, that's where I am lacking the most. In the move, I ended up leaving my entire water supply that I had saved up. I probably had close to 400 2-liter bottles that I had boiled the water, sanitized with bleach, and had stored. You know, I know it's not the best, but hey, it was clean water that I could drink that was stored and put up. And now I'm back to square one on my water. So, you know, if you don't have water, you don't have anything. And just about everything in this bucket you have to have water for, including the milk. So, I mean, you're SOL if you don't have any water. So, just letting you guys know, do not put all your eggs in one basket. Do not count on these things to be your saving grace. I mean, like I said, these things are anywhere from $46 to $54 depending on where you get them. I think it was about $47 when I got it, plus the tax. I think it was like $52 out the door. But, I mean, really not a good prep in my opinion. You could take that $52 and go spend it on, you know, stuff that you're actually, for one, gonna eat. For two, you don't need to cook for 20 minutes. You don't need extra water. I mean, there are plenty other things that you could get that are way better than spending your money on this. So, not trying to down anybody. That's why I didn't want to show you guys a label, but not a good prep in my opinion. You know, maybe if you're going to add it to your already preps, but don't just go out and buy these guys. Don't count on these to save your life, because I don't think they're going to stand up for it. That's going to do it, guys. California Prepper, I'm out of here.